What is up, guys? We have a top 16 deck profile here at the Bandai Card Fest with a face that you've seen before, who was able to win his, or last time I saw him, he won Santa Clarita Regionals, and here he is, top 16ing the Bandai Card Fest in Texas. So how do you feel right now, being able to win, or not win, but do well again in this format?
Yeah, I feel really great. I'm happy to, first of all, make Top Cut, but I'm also happy that I won my first round of Top Cut. I was in Europe last week, and then I was playing their Nats, and I actually made Top Cut there.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, I lost my first round of Top Cut, and that sucks, so I was hoping to get redemption. So this time I'm happy I just won my first round. I wish I could have gone farther, but still happy overall.
Yeah, great. And here's the pricing that he was able to get. Here's the play mat. Can we get it in full view? Like,
Yeah. I think there's like 14 of these. And then these are the ones that might have the serial Luffy's. Looks like we have like 10
there you go.
of these.
Higher chance.
We got Bonnie sleeves. We got one finalist set.
Yeah.
It's gonna have like one of each of these cards. There's the top player packs. And then we got two finalist event packs.
There you go. So the spoils goes to the top. So yeah, here it is. So he played Lucci, and yeah, so good old Lucci, still good in this meta, I guess. Would you be playing a different leader going forward in OP-7.5, or are you going to be playing Lucci again?
OP-7.5, I'm definitely going to try Lucci. It gets stronger because of the new Jack card.
Yeah.
I'm going to be trying all the decks because there's a lot of new things to try and get used to. I like to play the decks, so I know how to play against them later.
Yeah.
And then after the starter decks come out, I'm going to try to play Budoki.
Yeah, I'm surprised that you got off of Gecko Moria, but I guess Gecko Moria kind of fallen behind.
Yeah, he is falling behind. Luchi's just like a way better Gecko.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Let's check it out.
Yeah, for my deck, first of all, we have two Ishos. There's a tech for BY Luffy. Going second, it's helpful against other matchups like Enel and Bonnie, but mainly I just put it in so that I can increase my Black Yellow Luffy win rate. It's my worst matchup, so I got two of those. Next up for Gecko Moria, the whole reason we play the deck, the whole reason anyone would play black, you have to run 4, and then it's just the best card in the game, so...
Surprised they didn't hit it at all, you know? Like
yeah, I really thought, I think it's actually still necessary to hit it.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird, but we'll see what happens, I guess.
Yeah,
as long as it's still around, I'll try to play a deck that has Gecko Moria.
Yeah, unless they have a better card coming out.
Yeah, exactly. Next up, we have one Brook. It comes up in very niche scenarios. I like to think of it as a 5th copy of Rob Lucci with counter. It's a nice tech to have, and then it's just useful throughout the game. I think 1 is enough, because if you don't see it, you can still play the game, but if you do see it, it might help you. So, 1 Brook. Next up, 3 Hamepos. I think this is something a lot of my teammates agree on, and a lot of other Rob Lucci players wish they had. Because of our Gecko combo, playing out a 2-drop, the minuser is really important. So we're playing at 3 just to make sure we see it every game. When you don't see it, all your Gecko combos are way worse. So I think 3 minimum. You could play like 2 and 1 Suru, but just 3 minusers overall. Next up, 4 Brooks. Everyone is playing this at 3. I think this card is too important to see on curve versus every matchup in the game. So we have it at 4. It's an amazing card, a 6-drop that removes a 4. It trashes, so it can remove Salvo. With your leader ability, it reaches 5 drops. So
nice.
It's an amazing card. The only bad part is it has no counter, but I would still run it at 4. I really like this card.
And they normally play only 2 copies of this?
People normally play 2 to 3.
I see.
Yeah. And I think it's just 4 is correct.
4's the number, okay.
Yeah. Next up, Salvo. It is our main card when going first. If going first, I'm really looking for this card. I'm probably mulligan if I don't have this card.
Okay.
So we're playing at 4. It's amazing, especially against other black decks because anti-removal. Right. And then next up for Rebecca's. Rebecca is just another amazing card. It's part of the combo piece with Gecko. It can grab Salvo, so you can block her up and play for another turn. And then it combos with your Brook, and then another card I'll show later, Spend Game. Okay. So I think 4 is just necessary because you want to see more than 1 per game, so that's why you play 4. Okay. Next up, Ice Age. I'm running 4 Ice Ages because a lot of the decks in the meta right now are playing really tall bodies, so this is really important. And in the mirror, you need minusers to combo with your Gecko, so it'll be Ice Age or Tempest Kick. And then you really need to see, probably, you prefer to see 2 a game, but at least 1, so that's why we're running at 4. It also has a pretty cool trigger, Papa 3. Next up, 16 Pistol. It's the 0-drop event, discard 1 plus 3k. There's so many bricks in the deck. almost half the deck is bricks. So this is actually like much better than a 2K in most scenarios.
Yeah,
So
for sure.
it's definitely saved me a couple times. So I really like the 1 of 16 pistol.
Yeah. And you have
And
a
it's
lot
a
of
search target.
uncounterable in your hands, you can discard.
Yeah. Next up, 2 finger pistols. Originally I had this at 1, but I bumped it up to 2. It's just a nice target to have, and it really helps against the Bonnie matchup.
Yeah.
4-drop event that removes a 5, and it has the insane trigger of using its main effect. So I actually really like this card.
Yeah.
Although it's another non-counter, I think it's important to have 2.
Okay.
Next up, 4 Tempest Kick. The second, or like the third main reason to play Luchi, it's like Great Eruption after Great Eruption got banned. So it's just like a minus that draws you a card. I think it's really broken. You need it to see it with Gecko, and it's a target, so play 4 for sure. Never cutting this. And then we got 4 Rob Luchis. Rob Luchi, the main popper of the deck. It's amazing as a card by itself, but it's even more amazing when you can play it off a Gecko. So we got 4 Rob Luchis. Next up, 2 Kakus. This is like a weird choice I see a lot of people questioning. I only have 6 2Ks in my deck, which is really low for most people. But because we're ideally playing blockers every turn, I don't need to see that many 2Ks, and the Rebecca can add back 2Ks from the trash. So most of the time I don't need that much counter. It has a pretty good effect. Put back 2, -3. It's useful sometimes when you don't have Gecko Moria.
Right. Okay.
And then next up, 4 Khalifa. An amazing 2K that has a draw 2 trash 2 effect. It's one of your best 4 Dawn play turns. And then it just helps you fill up your trash. It can swing later, it's a 2K counter, and it picks your hand. It like does everything.
Okay.
So 4. Next up, 3 Spandines. This is just like Kamepo. I want to see it every game, so running at 3 just to make sure we see it. It actually like doubles the value you get off of playing Gecko, because when you play Gecko and Rebecca, you can play this off of Rebecca. So not only do you get a blocker, but you also get the Rob Lucci to pop. So definitely need to see this at 3. It's even playable without the Gecko, so I would always run this at 3 minimum. And last but not least, just Phantom the Searcher. Running 4 copies. I think you could run it at 3, but I just value having a lot of trash, be able to play the game. So
A lot of trash.
yeah, just gotta trash a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
And then I need it when I'm looking for Spandine and when I'm looking for Tempest Kick, which is a lot of the game. So.
I see. Any change you would make moving forward? Like, did you want to play like Jack? What would you take out for Jack? And
for
what was the
Jack,
other one?
I see people taking
Who's
out
Who?
the Brook. Oh yeah, Who's Who? He definitely replaces the Kaku. I
Yeah.
think you don't really need Who's Who until Dofi comes out, because Who's Who's effect popped to 3, and you don't really need more pop until like there's more decks that go wide. In terms of ban red purple off, Who's Who is like not that necessary.
I see.
Yeah, and then Jack, he would replace the Brook.
Broke.
Just because like he fills a similar curve, so you don't want to overlap things, and it's a non-counter and a non-search target. So
Does Jack
probably,
send or trash characters as well?
he doesn't trash, which is unfortunate,
I
but
see.
he pops a 3
I see.
every turn. So
Yeah, that's a little better.
yeah,
Okay.
it is a little better, and it's an 11 cost throughout the whole game, so it's
Yeah, hard to get rid of.
impossible to remove, yeah.
Unless you have a, what is it, Kuzan?
Yeah,
and a bunch of other
Tucson,
stuff.
Ice Age, or like
Ice Age.
CC.
Okay, Kyle, it was nice having you again on my channel.
Thank you
So,
for having me.
yeah, and do you have any shout outs you want to give out?
Shout out to sponsor.
Yeah, so Kyle now is a sponsored player. Before, were you
Yeah, I was
sponsored
sponsored back then too.
Okay, so
Yeah,
yeah,
I'm
now
really
he has
happy
a,
to be sponsored. It's my local card shop, and a lot of my good friends are also on the team, like Nikki Goldman and
Yes.
Jerry right here. And then shout out
Jerry.
to these guys, all my friends. They helped me test.
Dylan.
And they,
San Gabriel Valley and
yeah,
Pasadena,
shout out to the SoCal.
SoCal. All right, see you
Thanks
next
so
time,
much.
Cal.
Thank you.